Have you ever chaperoned a field trip with your elementary school age little one? If not, you should. It's a blessing, it really is, and you just might learn something. Not long ago, I chaperoned a trip with my fourth grader and her class to a local prehistoric mound state park. While there, the students learned about Native American life and the people that occupied the mound area hundreds of years ago. They made clay pots, dug for artifacts, and threw spears. It was awesome. One part of the day was learning about aerodynamics, or the study of how air flows over an object and the forces that the air and the object exert on each other. That may seem a bit much, but we were basically learning how arrows work, how they were made then, and the trial and error process that went into creating the design we still use today. It's very interesting and helped the students understand how and why arrows need to fly straight. Here's the part that caught my attention. Aerodynamic drag, or more specifically, pressure drag, which is the force of wind or air resistance pushing in the opposite direction to the motion of the object. Stick with me here. So, if our object is an arrow and we throw it and want it to fly as fast as it can, we want it to be as straight as it can possibly be. In that position, it has the least drag or resistance and will go smoother and faster through the air. If our arrow begins veering up, down, or side to side, the drag or air resistance pressure increases greatly, and the stress of that will slow the arrow down and ultimately force it to the ground. Interesting how that relates to our life and the path we choose to take. Listen what truth we can find in Proverbs. Proverbs 4:25. Let your eyes look straight ahead. Fix your gaze directly before you. Give careful thought to the paths for your feet and be steadfast in all your ways. Do not turn to the right or the left. Keep your foot from evil. Straight ahead. Eyes fixed directly before you. Don't turn to the right or the left. That sounds like the idea of understanding pressure drag, doesn't it? No accident there. When you keep straight ahead, not veering to the right or left or up or down, your journey will be smoother and you'll face the least amount of drag, pressure, stress, and resistance. Over and over in Scripture, you can find more examples of not turning to the right or the left. Why? Because the path of greatest blessing, the direction of walking by faith, and the path that leads to peace and purpose is the one we take when we keep our eyes fixed on Jesus and we move straight ahead toward Him. That's the truth. Don't get dragged down in this life by taking your eyes off Jesus. Stay the course, straight ahead, no left or right. You'll fly higher and smoother as you keep the faith and stay on course. I'm Lori Klein.